Hello everyone, this is Sandeep Kumar, Principal Supreme Convent School, Bilaspur District Modi. As all of us has faced a very big and the worst period of our life, that was COVID-19, and one of the worst affected sector was education line. As the difficulties comes, we need to face them, and they are always faced with certain strategies. Only then we can come out of those things. As COVID has increased the gap between a student, a teacher, and literally they had hampered the learning outcomes of the students. So it was a big challenge for the educationalists, principals, chairmen, managements, school teachers to adopt different strategies, different possibilities to decrease out this gap and to maintain and balance the rest of the things between a student and teacher to enhance and improvise the learning outcomes. I just remember a good saying that necessity is the mother of invention. And similarly, when the COVID period started, all of us has to switch to the technology. Although we were not prepared for that, but it was a highly thankful efforts of my teaching faculty that immediately they adopted the changes and they switched to the new technologies, which was a part learning of this period. When the lockdown was opened, the student came back to the school again, and this time the new challenges occurred. So it was the duty of the principal, management, and all the staff to make out the new strategies, and we did that. Post-COVID situations, I would like to here mention that there was an increased gap between the teachers and the students because due to the long distance learning, either through the telecommunications or the different technologies adopted by the different schools or different students, different educational institution, there was a gap that was increased between a student and teacher. So first strategy, first challenge was to decrease that gap between a student and a teacher. So as the student approaches the school, in the classroom, we try to recognize the different things from each of the child. For that, we make continuous interactions with the parents. We did the special care to each child. We try to recognize all the things a student requires. We try our best to interact with the parents, to know the needs, to know the challenges a student had faced during the COVID situations. The second thing was to provide them with a homely atmosphere. The teachers were strictly instructed not to punish, not to shout on any of the students, but rather to give them affection, care, more than the routine. And it has really a good outcomes that we have seen in the recent past. The third strategy which we adopted that was really impressive, we tried to decrease the curriculum of different classes. We try to know the requirement of each child, whether they require the specific classes for the speaking, reading, writing, because these three basic skills of almost all the children have hampered very badly due to the lack of practice. So we decreased the syllabus and we focused on reading, writing, and learning in the primary and pre-primary classes. And I was very happy to announce, to share with all of you that, and the results were really outstanding. Coming to the senior section and middle section, the challenges were little bigger here. Here the first challenge that we faced was the behavior changes, and obviously the learning outcomes again hampered in this section also. For learning outcomes, we did the strategy to devote the extra time for all major subjects including maths, science, English, SST. We have added the extra periods in the timetable, and those challenges, those things has been improved to a large extent. Now the case was of behavior changes. That was really a big challenge for the teachers, and for that we adopted the different strategies. We did so many counseling sessions. We inspired them to perform well. We engaged them in different cultural sports activities, and that has brought a very impressive change in their behavior. Now at present, if we talk, almost 99% students have come back to their original things, original streams, and really it was very helpful for the students as well as for the teachers to go through this, and these strategies has brought a great change. COVID was one of the worst period, but it was also be said as a blessing in disguise because there was a lot of change in the education field. It has changed the mentality, the thinking of the people, people how they react to the different situations, and especially in the education, the teacher and the student, for both of them, it has brought new opportunities for the learning, new opportunities for the teaching. And I wish every teacher, every student, every principal, every person involved in the education line to be very nice with your profession, to be very nice with your things in the learning. Thank you very much.